So what you see behind me is probably one of the, in my opinion, coolest vehicles ever created, the Jeep Comanche. So if you know anything about Jeeps, then you probably know what a Cherokee is, the Jeep Cherokee XJ. Well, this is basically a truck version of the Jeep XJ. So from the firewall forward, this is pretty much a Jeep XJ, plus minus a few things. Like it has a little bit stiffer unibody, lower control arm brackets and stuff like that. These trucks right here to me are unicorns, and I am all about unicorn Jeeps. I myself have a '89 Jeep Comanche. So y'all have seen Patrick in some of my videos. He's pretty much my shopkeep. This is his new 1987 Jeep Comanche. It has the 4.0, the Renix motor, and we'll go through that in a little bit. So Patrick did some horse trading and traded off his side-by-side for this Jeep Comanche. It may look a little rough, but I'm telling you, once we start getting into it, this thing is awesome. I don't know why I'm holding the microphone like I'm on TikTok. I feel like a news reporter. We are now getting reports that the Jeep Comanche is the coolest truck ever. So this Jeep Comanche is a little on the rough side, but it looks like the previous owner tried to make some decent changes on it and tried to kind of update a few things. Like it has a full chrome grille. It's got a nice bumper. It's got a little bit bigger tire. It kind of scrubs and stuff like that. It looks like it's had a windshield put in it. And it also looks like they swapped on a Cherokee front end. So you can see right here where, you know, that obviously says, or used to say Cherokee. I don't really know why this was swapped on, but I mean, there's really no dents except for on the other side. And I'll show you all that in a second. But I mean, what's cool about these trucks is like you can go to a junkyard and like if you need a fender for your Comanche, obviously a Cherokee fender will bolt on. A Cherokee door will bolt on. Hood, front, bumper, stuff like that. Basically everything from this forward is Cherokee and everything back is Comanche. So it's kind of like business in the front, party in the back. All right, so we looked all around and we didn't really see any rust except for these Comanches are notorious for the floors rusting, and it looks like somebody has already did a floor pan in here, and it looks like they did a decent job. From the bottom, there's some gaps, but we can fix that. It looks like the seat, it's got like a hybrid seat. It's got half tan, half black leather, and it's not bolted down at all. So from what I understand, a lot of these Comanches, they didn't really have this gauge cluster because most of them just have, they don't have RPMs. They just have a massive gas gauge for some reason, which is kind of weird to me. But you can see that's definitely like Cherokee XJ door panels. But I mean, I like these door panels. Some nice carpet, little leather right there. And there's the four-wheel drive lever. So it's pretty cool. So you can see over here, the floor pans got replaced. They didn't do a bad job. I've seen way worse. Look what we found in the glove box. Check this out. So if you are a Comanche nerd like me, you will absolutely freak out like I did. But this is the owner's manual for the Jeep Comanche. And the first thing that I saw was, check this out. So it's like Cutter Jeep Renault Incorporated. It's like Farrington Highway, Hawaii. So it looks like this Jeep was sold brand new in Hawaii. And I've got to verify that. So we at Jeep Corporation, thank you for selecting a Jeep Comanche. Look at that. Look at that. That dude's fishing with a tent and a Comanche. He's just living all of our dreams right there in that little illustration. What's cool to me, like that, this illustration isn't like AI generated. Like somebody, an artist had to draw this. There's another cool illustration. Look, they used to give off-road driving tips for your Jeep Comanche. This one's probably my favorite one. Comanche with a guy in a combine in the background. And check this out. It shows you all the Jeep accessories that you could get from the Jeep dealership. The hidden winch, air conditioning, snowplow. I've honestly never seen a Jeep Comanche owner's manual like that before, so that's pretty awesome. So this side is not really the greatest side. It's got a huge dent right here. I think we're going to try to get that out. The rear bumper is kind of messed up, as you can see right here. It looks like it was pulled on, or somebody was stuck, or this thing was stuck or something like that. I don't really know. But another cool thing about it is that the dude that Patrick got it from was daily driving this thing. It's got 160,000 miles on it. So included in the deal with the Comanche, there's I think it's an 8-inch long arm kit for a Cherokee in the bed of the Comanche. So that's probably the suspension that we're going to be putting on this thing. So I'll show you what it looks like underneath the hood. You can obviously tell it is the 4.0, and it looks to be like the Renix version of the 4.0. These Renix motors, they're debatable. It's a closed cooling system, and which is kind of weird to me, but I'm not an expert on these Renix motors, but it runs. The guy drove an hour to Patrick's house. So, I mean, that says a lot right there, and I've been driving it all morning. It does have several leaks, it looks like, but that's just a 4.0 for you. But you can tell it's a Renix by the cooling system over there and by the throttle body right here. So, yeah, but it seems to be a decent motor. And then underneath the front, it has a Dana 30, but it has the axle delete system. So we got to figure out how we're going to deal with that. Probably just delete that system or swap in another Dana 30. But this one's a high pinion, so I don't know exactly what we're going to do. But check this out. So I don't know if y'all can tell, but that is a Dana 44. I'm going to run that VIN and see what axle came with it. But I truly believe that this is going to be a super cool build. But I believe we're going to put the long arm kit on it. We'll probably put some 35s, maybe some 37s, probably build these axles just a wee bit. And I'm not sure of paint. I think Patrick wants to go one solid color of paint, just because I don't think he's down for the mismatch. Like if it was all this color, that'd be cool. Or if it was all red, that'd be cool. But I don't think he's down for the mix match paint there. So we'll probably paint it, wheels, tires. I don't know. I'm super excited to build this. I'm super excited to share this build with y'all, because holy crap, this thing is awesome. And the fact that it was built in Ohio and then sold in Hawaii and then ended up at my shop just blows my mind. Like this is cool. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to clean this thing up really good and get it in the shop and probably put it on the lift and just really, you know, get up underneath it and kind of sink our teeth into it and see exactly what we're up against. Oh, it's weird whenever you press the clutch in, the seat just goes back. This thing's like a roller coaster. All right, let's get to work. All right, let's get to work. Gotta get the camera first. All right, so we have the Comanche in the shop and we put it up on the lift and we've been kind of looking at it underneath, and it's really not bad underneath it. There was obviously like a brake fluid leak in that fender. I'll show y'all in a little bit, but there's really no rust. And did you see anything, Patrick?
No, it looks pretty good.
Is that leaking, or is that?
That's PB Blaster.
That's PB Blaster.
It's 87, so it needs a little bit of love.
It's leaking PB Blaster.
Yeah.
But so I think what we're gonna do is, well, we've got the Rusty's suspension kit right here, and I think it's missing a few things, but that's okay. We've got enough parts in the shop. I'm sure we can figure it out. But I think we're gonna get the tires off, and I think we're actually gonna take this Dana 30 out and probably put the Dana 30 from the go-kart in the Comanche, because It's got the CAD system right here. So if you're not familiar with these axles, they're not fantastic. It actually has 2 axle shafts right here, and it has a fork that gets pulled over and locks it into 4-wheel drive. And it's not really a sought after design, but the go-kart has a high pinion Dana 30, and I think I've got some other plans for the go-kart for the front axle. So I think we're gonna pretty much take this front axle out and put this front axle in the Comanche. All right, you got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna hold the camera. Wait, hold on, let's do the YouTube snaps. Come on. We've been getting this Rusty's long arm for a Cherokee onto this Comanche, and that has not been the easiest thing in the world. It's definitely not a bolt-up system because this has the older style transmission. It doesn't have the AX15 or the AW4. It's got the, what is it, the PGOT transmission? But so I had to pretty much build a bracket off of that transmission. I'm not done with this bracket yet. I've got to do a few more gussets, and I think I'm going to attach a rubber piece to this mount right here. I just took a Jeep XJ transmission mount and then made it adapt to this transmission and whatever. But what we're working on now is we need to get this cross member that holds on the control arms. We need to get those welded on. So what we're going to do is what we do best is we're just going to weld this completely on and just send it. We're going to put the braces on the outside and we're going to weld everything up, and then this thing is going to be super strong. We had to put a ratchet strap on it because we needed to pull everything over just a hair. So that's what this ratchet strap is on. So now we're going to go ahead and tack everything up, pull measurements one more time, and then we're going to probably just go ahead and fully send it and get this thing welded up. So we have everything welded up. We don't have the floor mounts on just yet. So Rusty's has this bracket right here that you actually drill some holes and you put this in the floorboard, and it just kind of pinches everything together on the unibody and just kind of brings some integrity to the floors and the 3-link system here. So I have everything fully welded here. We don't have everything bolted up just yet, but we're gonna wait to drill those holes until we get these in. And I did weld on this Rusty's track bar here, just for added support. And we are putting the track bar support bracket on. And I think now we just need to get the axle in. Is that right?
That's
okay.
It.
So I think we're gonna try to get this axle in. Nice. So Patrick did some horse trading with a Jeep Razor. A Jeep Razor.